What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys some G-Max Centiskorch action. This thing hits like a truck. It has a super cool G-Max Centrifino binding, trapping, dot move that hits their whole board. It's super underrated. I've been comparing Centiskorch actually as like a sleeper pick right now to like a mix of Charizard and Heatran, having access to Flash Fire while having like multiple stab moves, having access to stab bug moves, stab fire moves, and also still actually gaining Power Whip this gen, make this Pokemon an absolutely massive threat that can be, used against so many things. Like, you can use this team to outspeed like most like Incineroars and other base 60s like Lapras, or you can like underspeed a lot of other things and make it so they can't just like raw Trick Room you, because you'll start underspeeding their Feenies and other Pokemon like that. We're also going to be pairing it with a Xurkitree, a Sylveon, a Cradily, an Entity Female, and a Dragapult. This is an absolutely amazing team. And guys, I want to direct you guys to the question of the day, and that is, what is your favorite G-Max Pokemon? Centiskorch is a great example of G-Max Pokemon that, hasn't really seen that much competitive play. It's one that I definitely do like. I know it's a fan favorite for some people as well. But I want to know what your favorite G-Max is. Let me know what that is in the comments below. If I get a lot of people asking for some pretty niche picks, maybe we'll actually use them. I know I'm planning on using Sandaconda relatively soon as well. So, that's what actually made me think of this as the question of the day. While you guys are down there, think about leaving a like on the video. We're trying to get every single video to 100 likes. And with that, let's get right on into the games. Here we go. Alright, so our first game of the day, going up against Lapras, Porygon Z, potentially. That's a really cool team. I like Rillaboom, Arcanine. You'd think that like Rillaboom Incineroar is super good, but like Arcanine's still a really good pick right now. Outspeeds a lot of Mons. And let's see, what do I actually want to do? I really actually just want to test the Centiskorch combo and see if we have what we need to succeed. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be leading with Centiskorch here. And we're going to go NDD, I guess. I guess we can go NDD. I guess we can also just switch in the NDD if we really wanted to. Let's actually think. What do we want to lead? Like, dude, I don't actually need to lead with it. Like, I can lead with it. I guess I just go Zerk, and just force the switch. And then just go like NDD and I guess Cradily. Yeah, I kind of like this because we also have the Xurkitree to like late game clean up big time. And if we take away those terrains, we use a lot of redirection. We're pretty much going to let the G-Max Centrifino do a lot of our work this game. We're going to let the G-Max Centiskorch attack do most of our work. Like, he's going to get up his screens and I'm going to be like, cool, this ticks for 7 turns, bro. 7 turns worth of ticking. That's a lot of damage. I got a Cradily going to be coming and setting up some Leech Seeds and stuff too. Like, I feel like I might be in a pretty good spot. I think a lot of people sleep on a lot of the mons on our team, actually. Like, Centiskorch isn't that common. Cradily isn't that common. Xurkitree also isn't that common either. I can probably just, like, dumpster that Urshifu right now. Now, let's think about exactly what I want to do. Cradily is a great mon. Sorry, what is it? Centiskorch is a great mon against Urshifu. He has to go for, like, Wicked Blows, but, like, he won't even KO us if we max. And there's a Grim over there. I actually think the right play is probably just to go for just a Centrifino, like straight up. And I'll just do the Dazzling Gleam. I'll just go for the big Dazzling. They're both weak against it. You can't even blame me. It's time. And then I just hard switch into ADD next turn once Arilla comes out. So let's see. He can fake out with the Grim. I don't think that's gonna really happen. He can go for a Light Screen. But if you Light Screen, you're taking the full effect of this physical attack. And you can only really get up 1. I'm going to probably get your Grim off the board this turn. Go an absolutely massive Centiskorch. This thing should be so much bigger than it really is. Like, it's straight up Snake Way. That's what this thing's nickname should be. Let's see it. Scary face. Lowering the speed on my Zerk. It's still possible I outspeed that Urshifu. Oh, he hit my speed on the Zerk. So he actually knows what I'm about. Hey, that's super smart. He totally goes after my Zerk. Not a bad play at all. 1 HP, baby! I actually want to say I have a lot of HP investment in this Scarf set. Like, it is a Scarf set, but you can't say I don't have investment. We also get a Beast Boost off that. Yo, we are absolutely running away, guys. Sash is up for Xurkitree. Holy moly. That's ridiculous. And we get the KO. It's 7 turns. Straight up just 7 turns thanks to our Grip Claw, making it so binding moves last up to 7 turns. Normally it'd be 4 to 5. That's an additional 2 to 3 turns longer. You can go with your PZ, you can do whatever you want, Chief. I think we definitely do want to switch out the Zerk here, though. because we're still at, you know, basically -1 speed. We just want to come in and get the terrain control the way I want it, I think. Yeah, I think that's probably the play. I should probably also just, like, max guard. Like, I could max guard. I can also eat whatever that Porygon throws at me. I totally can. I already got my Centrifuge up. I guess I can just KO the Rilla. But I can KO it with a Flutterby. And just switch in the Entity to take away terrain. I dig that. I could probably also have just max guarded this turn to this, but I think Centiskorch is, like, really, really bulky. So I should be able to eat, like, a Life Orb max strike. If I don't, then we just lose, right? Well, then we just lose. But I think that this is the right play. Because there's also, he could have, like, hit, like, we have full special Deepak over here. Let's see if he can even one-shot our Entity. Let's see what he's doing here. I have faith. I have faith in our boy Centiskorch. I'm not even going to need all 7 turns. But I probably should have let that tick for sure. I probably should have just went for the max guard. I probably should have just went for the max guard and foddered the Zerk if I'm being completely realistic. Because then I could have gotten a free switch in with my Entity and I could have just went for this play. So I probably am, like, speeding this up a little bit too much. But let's see how well we eat it. Obviously, he is going for the max strike. It's going to be probably Life Orb adaptability. Like, look how thick we are. We are so thick, but I didn't want to eat, like... I was thinking that might have actually done a little bit more, and, like, a crit one could have done some more damage. But for those guys watching the games, like, and you want to be able to see where you could min-max to make even the better plays, I think the Protect would have been a little bit better play there from me. Does a lot of damage, but you know what? Not enough. Flutterby, super effective. Like, super effective bug moves, like... Those are pretty good, and it's going to lower the special attack on the Porygon. Like, you'll love to see that as well. And then we get our G-Max effect. Right? What? Why don't we have our G-Max effect? Am I an idiot? Could have swore I used my G-Max attack, and I'm a G-Max Mon. That's weird. I guess it just ticks for, like, the ones that, like, were on the field or something. That's weird. Am I wrong? Where's my G-Max attack? I'm sure you guys will totally fill me in as to why this isn't working. Maybe I need to, like, reapply it. Yeah. I guess it's only the things that it traps. So it's not as good as Wildfire, obviously. We are going to go for the Follow Me, though. And then we'll put up another 7 turns. Battles canceled. I'll still take the wins. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't... I guess you have to continually reapply it, huh? Which means it's way better to not use the item that we're using, which means it's much better to use the Binding Band and the Grip Claw. For some reason, I thought it worked like Wildfire. And you know what? I learn things every single day just like you guys do, so we're just going to switch out our item. All right, another potential Lapras team. This one also has Conkeldurr. I think Conkeldurr's a lot better than people give it credit for. I know there's a lot of, like, indie hat running around right now, but Conkeldurr's actually still really good. I also like the Chandelure on that team. Very, very solid stuff. Again, I do think, though, that Xurkitree is just an amazing lead. Decent versus Lapras. You get those Volt switches. Great versus Moltres. So, yeah, we're definitely going to lead Zerk Centiskorch again. Because we want to be able to lead, set up, and then bring in our Entity to help protect our Centiskorch so we can just stay on the board even longer. And I guess the last mon that we want to think about bringing here, I don't actually think Credilli is, like, terrible, but it's a little bit hard to use, like, a Leech Seed mon versus, like, double Grass type. So I don't think I'm going to use the Credilli here. And I don't really think I want Sylveon here either. As good as it can be against, like, Conkeldurr. And I guess it's also good against Moltres, too. I guess I could bring Sylveon. I'm thinking that Pult could actually be a really, really valuable mon. Because we also still have our Xurkitree. And, like, even if we max a Centiskorch, we can still just do massive damage with Zerk Dragapult if we play it exactly the right way. Also, Dragapult is, like, a grass resist. A secondary grass resist if we do need it. I think I'm going to bring the Pult instead of the Sylveon. I think Sylveon can be really, really good, but I'm not as afraid of Trick Room as I probably should be. I should probably be a lot more afraid of Trick Room from that Chandelure than I am right now. But we'll see what happens here. It's totally possible that we can just completely, like, one-shot that Lapras. Straight up, like, Volt Switch from Xurkitree or Thunderbolt from Xurkitree plus, like, a G-Max, like, Overgrowth from our Centiskorch. That'd do a lot to a Lapras if he doesn't play it the right way. So Lapras Moltres looks like... Oh my gosh, I can just kill, like, both of these things. I can KO both of them, I think. Which one are you really maxing? Oh my gosh, this is going to be, like, the best play ever, right? Well, let's think about it. I actually think I just want to get the Lapras off the board, because, like, if I go for the Overgrowth here into the Lapras and a Thunderbolt into the Lapras, if you go for a Nasty Plot, I'll just Thunderbolt you again. right? That's kind of like, I'll just Thunderbolt your Moltres next turn. Maybe bring in a little bit of redirection, but like, I still think I'll be okay. Yeah. Let's see what's happening here. Let us see. Seeing is believing, and it looks like I'm maxing first. Remember, guys, Centiskorch has a 65 base speed, and I know a lot of people that really wanted this Pokemon to be like the new Darmanitan expected it to be like a lot faster. Because like, oh man, it's such a good ability, it's such a good move pool, such good like offensive typing. I wish it had like base 100 speed. But technically 65 actually is a little bit fast for something that's technically slow. You know, most things like Lapras, like Incineroar, those hang around the 60s. 65 is a little bit above that, which means, look, you can see right now, we're outspeeding their Lapras, which is very, very good for us. Hopefully outspeeding their Lapras. Maybe it's a speed tie and I just got a little bit lucky, but we should be outspeeding their Lapras here. And unless it's like going for some crazy max guard play, I think we can probably get the KO. So let's see it. Protect Moltres? Bro, it might be my lucky day. I told you guys, the year of sometimes lucky, that's +1. That's what we're working with right now. That's a lot. I think that's within range for an overgrowth. I kind of wish I was life orbed right now. But remember, we did put the binding band on. We went back, put the binding band on. No, we left it at just a sliver of health. That is so unfortunate. That is the biggest unfortunate play I've ever seen. Goes for his Resonance, now he's going to get his screens up. That does indeed, it's not great. But remember, our Xurkitree's thick. You know, that would probably have almost KO'd a regular Xurkitree. Our Xurkitree is like full special attack and about 60-ish points in HP. We have some points in HP, I'm not going to lie. They're definitely there. Let me think about how I want to do this. I actually think I'm just going to go for the... I think I'm just going to go for the Centrifino into the Lapras. Because it will KO. And I'm still Choice Scarf. So I think I can just KO the Moltres with this. You know, I could just hit the Lapras. But... yeah, I want to go with the Thunderbolt into the Moltres while I still can. Because he's definitely going to KO me this turn. And then we just bring out something that can help clean it up. Sucks we're going to get a Zork proc. Probably also procking a Policy here. So let's see if he's going for a Fiery Wrath. Again, it shouldn't be doing a ton to our Centiskorch. He'll definitely KO our Xurkitree, but it shouldn't KO our Centiskorch. There's the Air Slash. Ooh, crazy. Crazy tech. It's actually kind of nuts. Alright, so let's see. I can definitely get a double KO here, though. And I'm happy that we got the grassy terrain. It's definitely helping me out a little bit. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we should still be able to KO that Lapras, right? With this move. It's neutral damage. Because I'm thinking about, like, if I want to actually switch it up and use something different. Because, like, I don't want him switching in Chandelure on me. I'm going to go with the Centrifino still. I think it's okay. Now let's see if he switches out Lapras for Chandelure, like a good player. Survey says, Moltres going for the Protect. Yo, he's switching and bobbing and weaving these Protects. I still think we can kill the Lapras here. So Thunderbolt's going to get blocked. Remember, we do outspeed that Lapras. And Survey says, big damage about to be coming your way, Chief. And your Moltres is going to be taking some chip. Yes. Yeah, buddy. And now Moltres cannot switch. It's stuck there. It's trapped. It's going to be taking a 6 of its health because we switched out the Grip Claw for the Binding Band. And he's not restoring health with the Grassy Terrain. So we got a little bit of value ticking right now. There it is. Look at this damage. Whoa. Call me G-Max Wildfire. Yeah, next turn he's definitely going down to... he's definitely going to be going down to real... oh, he's going to bring the Rillaboom. Yeah, we just switch in Entity and go for a Thunderbolt in the Moltres. And then we just save our Centiskorch in the back. See, like, Entity's so good to save in these situations. It's so, so good. Just being able to turn off those Rillabooms, so it's like, oh, he just Rage Quits. He knows. He knows what I'm about. His Moltres is trapped. He can't do anything. His Protect's on cooldown. We take those wins all the way to the bank, yo. Xurkitree Centiskorch is looking like a super good lead right now. It's just dumpstering people. Okay, this guy only has 5 Pokemon, right? But that's not going to stop me from putting on an absolutely massive running riot rampage through his team. We're leading with Centiskorch. And we're going to burninate that guy right now. Centiskorch NDD, actually. And I'm just going to redirect it. I'm just going to go to town. What else do we actually want to bring this game? Pult seems pretty decent, actually. Pult seems pretty decent. How about Sylveon? It's good verse 2. Well, at least 2 of those. What about this guy? Not as hot. I mean, we have the Rock Attack for Talonflame. I think Zerk, though. is probably just going to be the good bet. We can also, again, we also are bringing our Pult, so we can still technically Brutal Swing depending on the, you know, the way the board looks. But, like, we have good super effective moves versus Sableye, versus Talonflame. And actually, Dracozolt, we have that big Dazzling Gleam. So let's see if we can actually pull it off. I think we're going to be okay. But let's see what we can get done here. I actually think that just, like, NDD is going to give this guy a hard time. NDD Centiskorch, we're going to go to town. Oh, my goodness. Yo, let's pop it off. Let's destroy the bear. He just can't bear it. All right. Actually, what is that thing? What's that thing's name again? Big bear? Snow bear? Bear tick. There we go. Snow bear. All right. Spadef boost increased. Let's go. Dynamax, Gmax, Centrifino, and a little bit of Follow Me. I also like this Entity has Helping Hand if we need it. So, like, if they do manage to get our Centiskorch off the board, and we still have our Entity, like, let's say we go for, like, a Protect play with the Entity or something, they pick up our other Maximon, we can just, like, Helping Hand our Dragapult and just destroy things with Dragon Darts. I think Helping Hand is so underrated on Follow Me users. A very, very solid option. But let's see. You know, like, I was talking a little bit earlier, like, Centiskorch is one of those mons that a lot of people, like, really wanted to be good. And then when, like, the meta first was, like, made in Sword and Shield, everyone was like, yo, Sand is the best. And it was just incredibly hard to use Centiskorch. But now that, like, you're not seeing as much just, like, hard Sand, it's a little bit easier to use this guy. Like, you can compare this Pokemon to, like, a physical Heatran. You know, they both get Flash Fire. It also has White Smoke in his ability if you actually want to use White Smoke. And you want to make it so, like, you can't get intimidated. That's another really, really good option. But it's comparable to a Heatran, right? They both get Flash Fire, and it really locks your opponent out of bringing those Pokemon that want to go, like, all in, like, for Sunroom teams. You know, it's a really, really popular team right now. Centiskorch is, like, impossible to get off the board. Like, they have no answers for this guy. He takes neutral damage from ground moves, so he's actually not even like Heatran because that bug resists the ground types. And you pretty much need, like, rock attacks or flying, and those are just hard to find sometimes on those Sunroom teams. So let's see what Beartick's busting out here. It's going with the Beartick, trying to execute some dominance. Looks like I'm going to outspeed it, because, again, that's 65 base speed. We're not that slow. We're not that slow. We're going to take the big one-hit KO, super effective, against the Beartick. And remember, because we set up our Centrifino, look at that damage. That's good damage. That's some sick damage. When he decides to Dynamax, if he decides to Dynamax, he's going to be Dynamaxing off a much lower HP total. And he's going to keep on ticking. A sixth of his health every single turn. But let's see. What are they had Venusaur. They had Talonflame. Is it Venusaur? Sableye. Sableye ain't that hot here, Chief. Sableye ain't that hot. Let's go for a Flutterby into the Zolt. I don't actually need to redirect. I can probably actually just go for, like, a Helping Hand here. This is the turn where you go for the Helping Hand. And let's see if we can actually get this one off. It's like, Sableye, I know it's not going to be as impactful as you want it to be. There's a Psychic Terrain up right now. I guess you can go for, like, an Ally Switch or something. But it's not going to be very hot. So going big Dracozolt. And what should I be afraid of? I actually think Weakness Policy could have been another really good item choice on Centiskorch. It's weak against Water, Flying, Rock, even though you don't really want to eat that Rock attack. But, like, Water and Flying moves are really, really common right now. If you make yourself super bulky, you probably wouldn't get KO'd by those things. And let's see. He does go for the Ally Switch. It's almost like I played the game and I got those reads that I need to succeed. Should be able to probably get the KO here, though. He does have the Airstream. This guy's playing right. Like, you only have 5 Pokemon, but you can't tell me he's not playing it 100% perfect. Like, he had the Airstream. He had the Ally Switch. He's making the correct plays. He gets a speed boost. I'm probably going to have to use Follow Me for the next couple turns. But Flutterby coming in here. Super stabbed. Big damage. And Sableye going down for the count. That's a lot. Don't really think it matters that we're lowering special attack on a Dracozolt. But let's see what the last one is. His other options were Talonflame and Venusaur. 2 mons. I'd probably much rather fight the Venusaur, I guess. But, you know, we'll see. I will take this. These are definitely things that we take. So let's go for a Gmax, Centrifino, Numero Dos. Follow me one more time. I always say it. Oh, follow me. Why can't we seem to pull it together? Now, he has a turn more of Dynamax than I do. So if he does have Protect on this Venusaur, this might be something you can do to actually, like, kind of wait out my last turn max. He goes for another Airstream. We did redirect. It looks like he's not protecting, but he is giving that Airstream boost to his Venusaur, so he will definitely be able to outspeed our Centiskorch. It all matters on what he's using. Is he using Sleep Powder? Sleep Powder? Sludge Bomb. That's fine. He probably didn't expect us to be like that bulky. Remember, we do have our Psychic Seeds boost. He gets the Value Poison. The absolutely Value Poison. And let's go. Big damage. Even if that is Sash, remember the Centrifino will be able to tick it out. Looks like it's not, so it's probably a vested set. Centiskorch put on a clinic. You know, it's a really, really good mon right now. I'm not the only person that thinks so. I know Sejun Park recently just won a little tournament online using Centiskorch as well. It's just like a mix of like a G-Max Charizard and a Heatran. But it also has it has that big, the access to power up, I think, really puts it over the top because it's good against Feenies. Incineroar have a really hard time dealing with it. We also have Sustain with Leech Life, which is what we're going to use right now. Like, we're in such a good spot. And we're just going to follow me one more time. We can take the last KO, we can take the last turn of his max with our NDD. And let's see how much health we restore with our boy Centiskorch. Survey says Wormwind. That's a good play. Yeah, making me weaker. He doesn't need any more speed. I guess he also could have thought about changing the terrain. But I like that play. Wormwind's great there. So Centiskorch, show me a crit. Show me a crit, Centiskorch. That's a lot of damage considering I'm intimidated. And that's a Maxmon. And this is only an 80 base power move. The power of Stab is ridiculous. Alright, I think we just bring out yeah, Pult and Zerk are both good here. But I'll bring out the Pult. We'll use a little bit more Zerkatry next time. It's actually a lot better to save the Zerk, actually, because if they do KO like the Centiskorch or something, actually, like, cause I still want to get that like brutal swing combo off, but I don't think we need it this game. Go for another Leech Life. Go for a Dragon Darts, and we should be able to take the KO on this guy as well. Goes for a Dragon Claw, hits through the Hustle, goes after the Pult. Yo, big damage. Correct targeting. Don't you love to see it? But you know what? He's ignoring the best Pokemon on the field right now. Leech Life, Centiskorch, picking up those KOs all by itself. I think Centiskorch picked up every single KO because it's like the best Pokemon ever. And restore some HP. You absolutely love to see it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you are excited to see more Centiskorch action. Don't forget to answer the question of the day. Let me know what your favorite G-Max is in the comments below. And while you're there, think about leaving a like. We're trying to get every single video to 100 likes. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.